People think trading is all about the charts, but the market is actually testing you. It is testing your patience. It is testing your discipline. It is testing your self-trust. You can learn every setup in the world and still lose if you do not become the version of you who can actually apply it. So today, we are going to be talking about transformation, not information. My name is Chrissy,
And I'm George.
and welcome to Married to the Market. Today is just a topic of discussion because I'm seeing a lot of things online. People are just talking about consuming information, just want. And really it comes down to the point is most traders don't need more information. They
It's
just
just
need to become a different version of
it's
themselves.
just a misconception.
Yeah,
They think that they need everything before they get started, and that's not the case.
it isn't.
When they start, it's like information overload. And then when you get information overload, you start thinking and trading the wrong way to begin with. Because
Correct.
when you start going to different traders, learning different concepts, learning different strategies, you're going to mix everything up and then you're getting things wrong, not knowing why you're getting things wrong. It's all about information overload. Sometimes you just need a certain concept, a certain strategy, and then just go with that.
Because, like you always say, the strategy works. It really comes down to how you are when the emotional pressure applies,
Mhm.
right? The market is not a market that goes straight up. It goes up, it goes down, it goes in between. We have those days where it's consolidating and you're sitting here like, oh my gosh,
Yep.
how much longer? Those are the emotional days we're talking about, right? When those pressures are actually applied to you. So we have to start shifting from the learning to the actual becoming of that particular trader that you guys want to be.
The truth is, a lot of times knowledge is just a part of it, right?
Yeah.
Knowledge, strategy, everything is just a part of it. But what new traders have to realize is that you have to execute on what you're learning. And a lot of times they don't do that. It's just the information overload. But when it comes down to the information, they have to get their emotions out of it and execute based on what they know.
People are stopping themselves because I know people that are like, man, I don't want to make a move on anything until I get this down pat.
Yep.
Right? We have people inside our program that are like that. You cannot be afraid. We are true believers when it comes to mentorship or studying that you need to be learning and earning at the same time. You need to be doing both because if you just soak up information, that's it. There are two types of traders that are out there, right? We have the information trader and we have the transformation trader. So when you come to information, this is people that are watching nothing but YouTube videos, watching all the TikToks and the reels and just want. We have a TikTok. And if you go through those comments, oh my
Mhm.
gosh, where can I get more? I want.
Yeah, they
And
want
sometimes they know the information, but they just feel like what they are doing
it's
may
not
not
enough.
be it. It's not
Yeah,
enough.
it's like they want to know all the terms, they want to know all the patterns. But my concept in this is like you have to look at what you want to become, right?
Mhm.
And what you want to have. So if you want to have something, I always say be do have. Be the person to have what you want. You have to make sure that you're doing the things necessary. Overloading is not good. But when you're getting all the information, you have to do the things that the information is telling you to do so you could have the things that you want, which are profits, change of life, vacation, whatever it
Yeah,
is. But you have to apply those. A lot of people, they just feel like, all right, knowledge. I don't want to go further unless I know everything.
correct.
I'm analytic. I need to know why this is. No, you don't need to
You're gonna learn as you go, guys, because
go.
you know what those types of traders are doing? You know the information,
Mhm.
but you're hesitating, you're still doubting yourself.
Yep.
We need to really start shifting from that informational trader to that transformational, like you said, getting into the trade calmly because you know your entry, you know your stop loss, you know exactly what you're doing. What I love about you, babe, is it's been years that my husband and I have been trading. And to see the growth from just wanting to know and just becoming this transformational trader, you have this like you just are so calm. And we do live call outs just as well. In the live call outs, you will call a trade and you stand 10 toes on business,
Yeah.
right? No matter what, trades don't always go up. I mean, go in a straight line, right? Sometimes we have pullbacks and you're like, I don't care. I am standing right here on this trade. This is where my stop loss is, and I don't care.
You gotta trust your entries and your exits. And
Yes.
for me, I was that informational person. I used to
Yeah.
watch all the YouTubes, all the videos I could get
Yeah.
on.
mentorship, whatever.
Look at this video. The best scalping strategy, the best strategy to get profits, the best thing to no, because you're overloading yourself. You still have to learn to apply. Strategy works. Everything works in a certain time frame. Right? You're gonna see it. But for me, it's like as you get on and as you start learning and applying, you become more calm in your trades. You start trusting your trades. If I'm on a live call out, there's times that we're in drawdowns. I am not worried about drawdowns because I know that there's going to be trades that you're in drawdowns. As long as it doesn't hit my stop loss, I am good.
That happened today, right? So we were in a drawdown. What trade was it that
we was in Riot.
Right? And we knew crypto was dropping. We knew the market should. And you're like, I don't care. Like, this is what I'm doing. If y'all want to get out, but I'm staying in on this. It hit the line perfectly. Exactly what you said. It hit the trend line, boom, dropped. And it was profitable, right? Those that stayed within the drawdown and stick to the plan made out.
Now, the crazy thing is, why did I get in that trade? I got in the trade.
We wanted to take a quick break and say thank you guys so much for watching this video. Did you know that 80% of the people that are watching this video are not subscribed? And you might be one of those people just as well. And if you are, do us a favor and click that subscribe button and join us on this journey. Watching this video, that means you might be interested in options trading. I'm not sure if this is for you, but I wanted to let you know that George and I have a 6-week mentorship called Married to the Markets. We'll be teaching you everything about options trading and holding your hand throughout this process. If that sounds like something that you would be interested in, make sure you pause this video and check the description because we're going to be putting all the information that you need and to see if you're qualified for this. So if this is something that you want, we would love to have you guys in the Married to the Market family. So guys, let's go ahead and jump back into the video.
Trade because it broke a structure. It broke my weekly levels and I'm like, all right, I'm taking a trade. Now I got in it, right? But right afterwards, we have that pull up. So the first 15 minutes, you have that pull up. And then what happens? It broke that level, created a nice hammer, broke to the upside. Now, if I wasn't in that trade, I would have took it to the upside. But because I was in that trade and it gapped down, I automatically know that we have to gaps got to fill.
Yep.
I already have my stop loss. I already know what level it could go to. Immediately, I said, hey, guys, we're going to be in drawdown.
Straight up.
We're going to be in drawdown. Like I told everybody on the call, I said, we're going to be in drawdown. So we're going to go back up to this line, right?
Close the gap.
We close the line. We hit a certain level. And then right afterwards, I said, hey, average in right here.
Yep. Perfect.
Right at we averaged it, right? And the trade became profitable because I was calm in my trade. Never hit my stop loss. It broke on a higher time frame. So I know that based on the higher time frame, it should come down. We might be in the trade a long time, but this is not where we're scalping.
The trade literally did what it needs to do by the end of the day.
Because sometimes they get spoiled. There's times where our trades will be up and will be done within 15 minutes because the trade will hit 30, 50%, even 100% within that time frame. People will be like, why I'm not profitable yet? But you have to understand when you're trading, you have to say, I might be in a drawdown. Not every trade is going to go your way right away.
Oh, yeah, correct.
So in a sense where drawdowns happen, you have to be calm. You have to say, listen, you know what? If you are not calm, that means that something is wrong with your trade or with your level, meaning that you're over leveraged, right? You don't know where your stop loss is. You don't know why you get into trade. You didn't have a plan. So that's the thing that will make people get scared. Now, when somebody's trading with us on the live, I let them know why we're in the trade.
Yeah.
So I give them the peace of mind. When I get in the trade, this is why I get in the trade. These are the levels. Let's go.
And that's good because right now, guys, there's the two types of traders, right? We have the information and the transformation. And the information changes what you know, but the transformation changes what you do.
Yeah.
And that's where you are staying calm, collected, knowing exactly how to feel throughout. A lot of the mentees don't ask these questions because they already know. They saw the play, but it's the people that may not be familiar and they're like, oh my God, when are we getting out? What's going on? And it's like, chill, my boy. Just
chill. Because when you know certain things about the trade, you're not worried. You stay calm because, hey, I entered a trade. Why you enter a trade? Enter it because it broke a level that I needed to see it break.
Yeah.
Okay, where's my target? This is my target. Where's my stop loss? This is my stop loss. Did it hit your stop loss? Am I getting out of the trade? No.
If you guys can relate to this, comment below, let us know. Is there any time where you just got shaken out of your trade for no absolute reason? You just kind of regret it? I mean, it happens to the best of us. People need to learn is repeating the same mistakes over and over. That's the part that's going to change you. This is where journaling comes in. This is where knowing what you're doing wrong really comes in and analyzing that. You do not rise from the level of your knowledge. This is something that I heard and I was like, yo, this is really deep. You fall to the level of your identity. Until your identity shifts, your results are going to keep repeating. It comes down to who you're becoming. I always ask people, what does your morning routine look like? What does your nighttime routine look like? Everybody knows exactly how our routine is because we showcase that. All on our TikTok, we talk about it. Nighttime, we chart. We chart together. We're figuring out, okay, what is our actual setup? Because we're not going to get to 9:30 in the morning and not know what the hell we're doing, right? So obviously, we're going to look at that because sometimes things gap up, gap down, things happen. But it's the overall picture of who are you? Are you working out in the mornings? Are you working around taking care of yourself? Are you trying to be the best version? Just being, like you always say, just be who you are trying to be, right? When you speak negativity, what do you think you're going to be? Your bank account is going to reflect what you're speaking to yourself. All of these little things truly matter in leveling up to that next,
Your identity is going to be everything because when you start making those mistakes, you might talk negative to yourself. So you have to be positive at all times.
no matter what. Oh,
No
we said
matter
that
what.
together, maybe. If you want that.
No matter what. So the thing is, when I used to do this back in the day, right? Because when you start out as a trader, you feel like, oh, you get the excitement because you hit profit or something. But then you find out that sometimes you're chasing. But when you start getting in trades and you don't have the setup and you go, it didn't confirm yourself, but you get in the trade anyway. If you're still doing that, you're creating a bad habit.
It's the habit.
Right? You're creating a bad habit and you're going to keep on making that same mistake. Versus if you journal, if you wait for the confirmation, if you be calm before you take the trade and say, listen, I have a plan going into the day, then you won't make those mistakes because you're going to wait for those confirmations.
Correct. And another mistake is the revenge trading, right? Because you lost on that trade, you feel you need to rush back and throw a bag, and then you end up losing on that. And then it's just a spiral effect, guys. When you realize what you're doing and where you're messing up, this is where you now need to start to do those shifts, right? You need to say, okay, I'm going to stop moving my stop loss because maybe you keep moving your stop loss and you keep stopping yourself out, but you know where you originally set it. Don't do that. And I could say it happens to the best of us, right? Like even last week, I got into CRM. I accidentally moved my stop loss. I don't know what happened there, but we moved the stop loss.
Yeah, we moved
the
stop loss.
Got stopped out. But guess what? It did exactly what it was supposed to do. And it never hit the original stop loss. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. It doesn't matter how many years you're going to fall short. You have those days where things like this happen, but you have to catch yourself and it doesn't keep repeating itself. If you keep doing the same thing over and over, that's insanity. You're going to trip up once in a while, but that happens.
You have to be aware of what you're doing when you're trading.
Yeah.
So that's why I always say a plan have to be in place every single day when you're trading. If you just get up and go around the computer and say, you know what, I'm going to go trade, and you don't know what's going on in the market. If you know what's going on in the market, it's based on a tweet, based on a Facebook post or something along that line, then you're in trouble. Versus if you have a plan in place, you know that you're going to be looking at Tesla, Apple, and Google. Those are your three stocks for the day. Those are the three opportunities. Did the opportunity present themselves to you because you traded and you lost? Why did you lose? All right. If you trade and you won, why did you win the trade? Did you follow your plan that you have in place? If you did and you still lost, it's okay.
It's okay.
Not every trade you're going to win. But the thing is, if you get in a trade and you execute based on your trading plan, then that's fine. You could look back at it and say, I did everything I was supposed to. The trade didn't go in my favor. That's okay because technical analysis will always work until it don't work.
That part. But it's the mindset of becoming that profitable trader, right? Because now you're switching, you're calm, you're not frantic when you're getting into the market. When you start identifying the little things and you start seeing those differences in yourself, that means you're becoming her, you're becoming him, right? You're becoming that profitable trader that you want to be because you're now realizing like, okay, I'm going to protect my capital. I'm going to do certain things. Those are the things that we need to start watching.
Yeah, you have a plan, you trust your plan, you keep to that plan, and then you execute.
Yeah. And you believe that there's always opportunities, right? Those are always endless. You don't believe like this is the last trade. There's nothing else. I have to throw the bag at this to get something. No, you don't have that. Like,
The-
guys, you'll move so different when you get out of that informational trader mindset and you move into the more of the transformational, the more profitable mindset. You know what doesn't work and you know what does work.
the-
And when you trade with calm, nervous, like your nervous system is put together, you see a difference in your bank account.
Yeah, and the thing is this, when you trade a certain way, when you become a trader, it's like you know that there's always an opportunity,
Yeah.
right? There's always an opportunity that's going to present itself. You just have to say, all right, you know what? I will wait. There's a
Wait.
lot of times people can't wait. You can't sit still. You feel like you need to click a buy button or you need to click a
Yeah.
sell button. You need to put an order in. You need to see
You
red.
gotta be
or
okay
green.
sitting on some cash. You don't
Yeah.
gotta be in every trade.
Be okay with say, all right, there's no trade that presents itself. I'm not going to take a trade. If a trade doesn't present itself, I'm not trading today. It's fine by me because I didn't lose any money today. I have another opportunity tomorrow to make money, but there's always an opportunity if you wait, if you sit on your hands, and then when your trade confirms, then you take that trade.
Train your system, train your body, train your mind, train your nervous system, train yourself. And it doesn't happen overnight.
No.
If you're now starting, this can take you a year. It could take you 2 years. If you develop bad habits in the beginning, that is where it's going to be detrimental to you. But if you are now watching this and you're a beginner trader, start off with the good habits now. So you can train yourself, even though it's hard and tough, you're going to thank yourself in the future versus starting off with these bad habits.
Yep.
Right? So nip the bad habits. Just start thinking different, moving different, even if it hurts. You guys know I'm always with the homework assignments. Another homework assignment. If you don't have the journal, go into the description, pick up one of our journals of the 100-day journal we have for trading. It's just very important. And something that I want you guys to do is first of all, what trade did you take? Why did you take that trade today?
Yep.
What was the reason? Was it in alignment or was it an emotional trade? Write that down in detail in the journal. What version of you made that decision? Was it the old version of you or was it this new version that is becoming? You have to identify like, man, that old version would have took that trade, but this new version, nah, he or she is calm.
Yeah.
I saw my setup. I took it with ease. I need you to write these things down. There's a lot more in that journal that you would have to fill out. We're traders ourselves, so we know the importance of what needs to be in a journal. So what I'm telling you is that you have to change your identity, and best way is to write it down so you can notice it. One decision, one trade at a time, it all lines up.
You just have to make sure that you're doing the things necessary to do it.
Correct.
You got to just say, listen, in order for me to have the things that I want, I have to become the person to get those things. And to become that person, you have to do the things necessary. Information is everywhere. You don't want to overload yourself with information. At some point, you're going to have to apply that.
Right.
Knowledge does not come from information. Knowledge comes from applying certain things, right? Once you get a strategy, you apply that strategy. Once you say, all right, you know what? When I see this setup, I'm going to take this setup. But not only that, I'm going to manage my risk. Not only that, where's my take profit? You understand all that stuff. So when you're getting in a trade, you know where take profit is. You know where stop loss is. You know where your entry is. You're calm. You're collective. You're not worrying about anything. If the trade goes against you, the trade goes against me. But I took it and I know why I took the trade, right?
So if you want someone to hold your hand throughout this process, you want accountability, you want a system, you want structure, we definitely recommend that you apply for our hands-on mentorship. It's a 6-week mentorship. We do offer 6-month and a year just as well, but on average, it's a 6-week mentorship. We have one coming up within the next week. So I highly suggest if you are serious about doing this, it's time. Click on the link in the description, fill out the application. Let's have a talk. Let's figure out, is this the right step for you? Don't forget to comment below. Let us know your takeaway today. Share this video with a friend or a family. We'll see you on the next podcast.
All right.
Bye.